And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, I'm here to react to our 2-0 defeat to Manchester United, our second pre-season game, and consequently our second pre-season defeat so far. And whilst I've said many times on this channel, I don't really care too much about the results in pre-season, and usually it is just to get yourselves going. Well, it is technically our third game. We've had one unofficial game, but you know, this is our sort of second official pre-season match. And as I said, whilst I don't care too much about the result, I still am concerned about the quality or the lack of quality that is at our disposal at this moment in time at Rangers. And again, I keep on saying I'm not going to panic just yet. It's pre-season, second game of pre-season. I know how players look towards it, but just looking at our team, looking at the way that we play, I am not filled with any confidence, and things need to happen pronto. Now, the fact that we got Birmingham next on Wednesday is our third pre-season game, and we're a week out from our first competitive match in the Champions third qualifying round. We're also 2 weeks away from Hearts at Tynecastle. And that team there, does not fill me confidence whatsoever. Genuinely, I'm seriously worried because there has to be a lot of work done in the next 2 weeks with regards to the transfer market, which I just feel doesn't seem to be happening at this moment in time. Now, some might say, well, Dan, it was a run out against Manchester United, a good side, invested a lot of money and all that sort of stuff. Yes, I understand Manchester United have some good players. Obviously, they started the game with Unana, Evans, Yoro, who's just been signed for a second highest defensive fee, I think, in world football, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Mount, Amadialo, Sancho. You know, these players themselves are fantastic players, and of course, they have more quality than what we have here in Scotland and what we have at Rangers. However, I couldn't help but look at the second half, and I was watching the live watch on and I was looking. They didn't have any names on the back of the jerseys, and I looked at their lineup. I've noticed that a lot of changes had been made, and I was thinking, Rangers just aren't getting on the ball. We're on the back foot constantly, and we're constantly being dominated on the ball by this Manchester United team. And I went to look at the lineup, and I couldn't believe the players that we were playing against. I'd never heard of any of them, right frankly. I know I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I hadn't heard of any of these players. Ugameni, Amas, Bennett, Fish, Ennis, Hannibal, Fletcher, Oidel, and Hugill. I had no disrespect to these young lads. They're obviously going to have probably a bright future in the game if they're playing involved in pre-season at Manchester United, playing in games. But from our point of view, I can't believe we're getting outplayed by a bunch of children. I genuinely couldn't believe that. And the fact that we're starting to build up, and to be fair, looking at our lineup going into it, it just doesn't fill me with any confidence whatsoever. Genuinely, I can't believe, as I said, we're a week and a half away, and our back two is Suter and Davies. Their second goal, I couldn't believe it actually happened. I mean, Ahmad was, not too bad in terms of his skill. I mean, Diamande mistake, again, it was a Rangers mistake and far too much time. But that second goal, the Rangers defensive line, my goodness me, where were they? It was really poor goal. But again, we're always going to be keeping on to the fact that pre-season. But still, this lineup, a week and a half away from our first competitive game, does not fill me with any confidence whatsoever. So I've spoke about the defence. Yafty as well. By the way, he just looks like a Borna Barisic. He looks like a Brazilian Borna Barisic in that game. I know, again, I keep on using that term pre-season. I have to use pre-season because people think I'm panicking far too early. But I wasn't filled with confidence with his performance. The midfield, again, a bit all over the place, misplaced passes, all that kind of stuff. Same sort of stuff that we were seeing last season. Again, still early in pre-season. Cortez, I wasn't filled with confidence with him. I forgot he was on the park in the first half. And then he got taken off. And then, of course, Cyril Dessers. I can't go through this season. I can't have a second season with Cyril Dessers as our striker. I really can't. I'm struggling to comprehend the fact that in a week and a half time that we're starting a game, potentially with Cyril Dessers, for a place in the Champions League playoff round. I cannot get over it. It's playing away from our home. Playing at Hampden is bad enough. But the fact that we probably, as a 90% chance I'm going to be starting games with Cyril Dessers up front for us next season. It is suicidal. And I'm starting to get panicky and worried about this starting lineup because I don't think it's going to be good enough. But there's so much work to be done. I said when we were making these acquisitions, when was our last signing? Hamza Igamane. I said, that was a good start to the transfer window. We've got some young players in, great. But now the real work starts. We're getting quality ready to get into the park now. And I was thinking, I was relaxed because we had a while to go. We had about 2-3 weeks and we've got nobody in. And our starting 11, I guarantee you, it won't be much different from this starting lineup. Butland, Sterling, Suter, Davies or Galton, Yefty, Diomande, Barron, Cortez, Lawrence, Wright, and Dessers. That does not fill me with any confidence. Yes, people can say we've got Matondo and we've got Danilo that can also come in. McCausland potentially as well. That team ain't going to win a championship. That team ain't getting into the Champions League. There's so much work to be done. And I said last January, we need a striker to go on and win the title. Where have we thought this then? Now the proof was in the pudding that if we had probably bought Lawrence Shanklin or Omidioski, that we would have actually probably went on to win the league title. I have no doubts about that. If we bought Lawrence Shanklin in January, Rangers would have won the league title and we wouldn't be in this state right now. But the fact that we didn't, and we proved to be ineffective and toothless up front, we've still got to this position in the summer, a week and a half away from our Champions League qualifiers starting. We still haven't brought in a striker to replace Cyril Dessers. This board is taking the piss. They think that we're ready to go with Cyril Dessers up front for the rest of the season. They are taking the piss. There's 2 strikers that are better than Cyril Dessers within our division. Hearts have a better striker than us. Aberdeen have a better striker than us. Go fucking get them. Take them. We're the fucking biggest club in the league. Fucking take their player. Get them for cheap. Shankland. If it's going to be a striker, is that the only thing that we can get? Take him. He's a Rangers fan. He'll kick up a fuss. Pull him out. Put a bid in for him. He'll kick up a fuss to get out of there. It's mental. I just don't know how that we are here a week and a half away. I'm starting to get a little bit stressed, you can see. A bit touchy. We're still going with Cyril Dessers. I just can't comprehend it. I can't do another season with it. And as I said, I know he's a nice guy. I keep getting told in the comments he's a nice guy. He works hard as well. Guys, I work hard, 100%. But doesn't mean I should be starting up front for Rangers. No. Working hard is great. I like what hard work is. But we need some talent in there. And we've got no players, and I'm seriously getting worried. I really am getting worried with a week and a half way to go, because I think we are sleepwalking into an absolute disaster. However, having said that, there has been reports that we could potentially get Morgan Whittaker in. Again, I don't know too much about those reports just yet because still, it's coming from Scott Burns. Again, a decent source. We'll have to see with regards to that. And then with regards to potential others, Alex Ray come out and spoke about stuff that maybe something will happen over the next couple of weeks. But there's a lot of work to do. And I think you've probably seen not just Cyril Dessers. I don't just, scope him out. He's poor again today. But the defence as well is rank rotten. It's rank rotten. Their second goal, just watch that calamity. And there is a chance that that's our centre-backs. And I was saying in the stream, how did we go from a point of putting a bid in for Cordoba, almost getting the deal done, to missing out on Cordoba, to then not getting anybody, not going in for another defender, not going in for a centre-back, when we were told that Clinton Nasella is a project player? Well, we need to get a defender in now ready to go. What's happened to this ethos of getting a centre-back ready to go? It's the spine, we need more players in through the door, and I'm just getting restless, and I'm starting to get frustrated, a little bit worried. But yeah, that's my pre-season diagnosis. I haven't talked about the game. There's just mistakes everywhere. But again, we can't look too much at pre-season. It's more just about the lineup that we're currently with at this moment in time that I'm starting to get worried about. But we move on to Wednesday. Hopefully we see a bit more improvements. And as I said, I'm going to start looking a bit more into the performances on Wednesday when we go against Birmingham, because we're a week out from that Champions League qualifier. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, I ain't too happy at this moment in time. But hopefully things can start to change very, very soon. Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts on the performance today. Let me know your thoughts on the result today. And are you as worried as me, or am I the only person worried here? Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Take care.